Welcome to another Demarcation Media Mega Construx review. Today we are going to be looking at the UNSC Victor Squad set. This set kind of gets some flack because it's essentially recolored, repackaged Sierra Squad, but with one less figure. So people tend not to like it very much. I feel like it's maybe a little underrated, but we're going to find that out today. This is decently available on the aftermarket as of the time of the recording of this video. It's around the 30 to 40 mark for those of you who may want to find it. Before I get into it, though, I wanted to give a thank you to Tuna Can for going to my Buy Me a Coffee and donating enough money for me to get a turntable. That's what this is. So now I can just have stuff up there and doing a little rotating. So that is awesome. Thank you so much, Tuna Can. This is a huge, huge help. Quick look at the box before we crack it open. Back here it looks pretty cool. I find it kind of funny that this guy has the Heavy Marine shoulders when he does not come with the Heavy Marine shoulders. Also, this box rendering, like, it looks a little low quality. I do like the setup and whatnot, but the renders are just, I don't know about those renders. I don't love the renders. But we do have the old Mega Bloks logo, which is kind of cool. We've got a bunch of weapons in this set. And yeah, I mean, we got the Marines down here. Looking pretty good. Let's go ahead and crack this open. Now wait, do I need to cut tape? Oh, I do need to cut tape. Good. Got my knife. We could do it from the top or the bottom. I don't think it really makes a difference. I'm just trying to think of like what would make it easiest to get that Marine in the little window out. Which I'm kind of sad that they stopped doing that. I think that the little window displays were cool. Oh my goodness. The figures are just loose in here? What? That doesn't seem right. Oh my word, there's so many loose pieces. What is happening? Is this actually how this set originally came? There's all the weapons. So we got, let's see, we need to make sure we keep track of these loose pieces. So we got a couple bags here. We got more loose figure pieces. Here's, oh, it's the officer. The officer is loose in here. There's also an antenna that's loose. Okay, so there's one of our Heavy Marines. There's the other Heavy Marine. There's backpacks in there. And oh, I see what's going on here. This just didn't get sealed. So as the box was shook around in transit, it just kind of popped loose. Those chest plates look sick. Instructions is just like a big sheet, like normal. And now we've got that one dude in there to try and get out. Don't worry, Marine. We'll get you out of there. I will say, it was always an utter pain getting these figures out of their little windows. Oh, I say that, and that wasn't actually that bad. There he is, all put together. So I'm going to build this live. So I will put the little card up in the corner so you can have the chance to go and watch that VOD if you want to. There's not a whole ton to build here, but there's a little bit of building that needs to happen. So once I do that, we will come back and take a closer look. And there we go. Everything is all put together. There wasn't a ton of building to do aside from putting the figures together because they didn't come pre-assembled aside from one of the Heavy Marines. This was built live in tandem with a handful of other sets. So if you want to see that, I'll put the card in the corner. And let's just go ahead, jump in, and we will look at these figures. Our first figure is the leader of this squad. I don't know what rank he is, the commander, lieutenant, sergeant, whatever. He is the ranking officer of this squad, and you can tell because he's got his little officer's cap. And this is one of the head molds that has the goggles or glasses built onto it, which I think is pretty cool. He's got a darker skin tone, which I think was a good choice because he otherwise would blend with his uniform. The chest plate is printed, which is pretty cool, and he's got like a comms backpack. His legs are printed, and he comes armed with a SOCOM pistol. I originally, when I first started collecting Mega, was a huge, what's the word? Opposer to Arctic-themed things, as I thought they were kind of pointless because, you know, there's way more options to use green Marines than there are Arctic Marines. But I have since changed my mind because this figure is really good, and there's just something about the white Marines that look really, really cool. Our next figure is a standard, just Halo 4/5 UNSC Marine. He does have a little bit of print on his chest plate, which is kind of cool. And then other than that, he shares most of the same pieces with the officer. This guy does have a backpack, a smaller backpack in that kind of cookies and cream color. And the legs, again, are printed. He comes armed with a shotgun. And then his helmet is actually really well done. I was a little worried that it would be misprinted because I've seen some pretty bad misprints on those Halo 4 helmets. But yeah, that looks really good. And I just love how angular these are. It makes me a little disappointed that the new removable ones are so bulgy and round. Initially, when those helmets came out, I thought, oh, hey, these are pretty good. But seeing these old Marines again, the old ones were just so well done. The new ones aren't horrible. They're just not quite as perfect as these ones were. The last two figures are heavy Marines, which look awesome. They have different shoulders, and they actually have armored up legs, which is cool. They don't have the printed legs, but they do have extra armor. One of them has a Spanker rocket launcher. The other one has a sniper. Both the front and the back of their armor is printed. And interestingly enough, the print is different from the officer. The officer has a totally different printed chest plate, which is really cool. The sniper guy does have a bunch of extra like visor paint globbed up on the top of his helmet, which is weird. That I think will come off, but yeah, it's just a little bit weird. Also, in addition, you do get stands for all of them, the old style 2x3 stands, which is nice. But yeah, these two are pretty nice looking. The visors pop really well, and it's always nice to get more Halo 4 heavies because these guys are kind of my favorite Marine designs aside from the Halo Wars Marines because I think they just look so cool. And then the build is actually really nice. It's this little turret emplacement that looks to be some sort of automated turret. You can see the big belts of ammo coming in from the back. There's some girders that it's on top of, and then there's a little ladder so you can get up there and I guess do maintenance to the whole emplacement. There's like a walkway in the middle underneath, and then you get a white UNSC flag to show that Victor Squad has staked out this position. I believe this is the exact same build as what comes in Sierra Squad, but just with white terrain pieces. And honestly, I think this is a good enough build to be reused, and honestly I would not be opposed to seeing Mega reuse it in a modern set because I think it's just really well done. And you can slide the included crate kind of in the middle, or you can just have a figure, you know, be posted underneath the turret out of the way of the potential, you know, bullet glancing if the turret's shooting at enemies too close. So yeah, I think that's really cool. I love terrain builds. Like, it's so nice. I wish Mega did more of these like now. It's so good, Mega. Why do you not do this anymore? This is so perfect. Please, we need more. Lastly, you do get this very, very bright yellow crate. The top is a little bowed, which is weird, but you can pop that open, and inside you get a saw, a grenade launcher, and an old style chonky AR. I love that these old sets used to come with extra weapons. I think that's really neat. And I love the fact that the crate was included. Like, honestly, I wish something like this was included with the multiplayer Mayhem set. That would have been a nice touch to store all the extra weapons. But yeah, aside from the very oddly bright color, this is really good. Although, I don't think that the bright color is a knock to this. I think it's just different. It's more civilian looking, which is useful. Well, there you have it. That is UNSC Victor Squad. I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed that I didn't look at this set sooner. It's been decently available on eBay. If it still is, I'll put a link down in the comments. But I just didn't get it because it's Arctic themed, and it's like, oh, well, you can't put them in any other setting. And I honestly am really impressed with this set. The build is really nice. The figures look great. And the overall just put togetherness of the set is really good. It makes me want to get Sierra Squad, but at the same time, I honestly kind of think I'm digging the white better. I don't know why, but the white is just kind of cooler to me. So yeah, I don't know. Is this a set that you got? What do you think of it? What do you think of it being a duplicate of Sierra Squad, basically? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time.